Well, this week marks the start of several exciting events taking place at Le Patio 340 this summer. The community gathering space at the Centre Culturel Franco-Manitobain will see a wide variety of activities in the next few months, from concerts in a variety of musical genres to workshops and so much more. In addition to this, the Patio will be hosting several recurring events to build into your summer routine, including yoga nights on the patio starting this Thursday. Chantal Young is the instructor of those yoga sessions, joining us now in the Classic 107 studios. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. So maybe for those who have never been to the Patio 340, how would you like to describe the vibe that is over there?
Yeah, well, the patio, it's quite the unique space. There's like the tree covering. There's a bunch of different spaces to sit and enjoy time with friends, grab something from the bar or, bring a bite to eat. And yeah, there's kind of the traffic kind of going by. The train comes by sometimes, but it's kind of a place where you're bound to run into someone you know.
Okay. So that would mean there's a wonderful community vibe that you're describing here. What makes it a great place to practice yoga this summer?
Well, I don't want to be correcting. So I'm executive director at Spa Francais.
Yes,
I'm not actually instructing
You're not
yoga.
teaching it. No, good for you. Thank you for
I'd love to one day be a yoga instructor, maybe.
No, indeed.
But I have had the chance to participate a few times.
Good.
As organizing group. But yeah, our wonderful instructor this summer is called Lisbeth.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But yeah, for the yoga, it's really a unique experience because you're not in a quiet studio setting at all.
Wonderful.
We like to call it a unique urban yoga experience because, like I said, there's the train coming by sometimes. There's the traffic because it's kind of traffic hour. You're at the corner of Demeron and Provencher. So it's busy, but after a while, it kind of becomes that white noise.
Sure.
And like, after experiencing and trying and practicing, you can kind of block it out. And, it kind of just adds to the experience of it.
You're describing something of like an oasis amidst all of that sort of busyness in St. Boniface. Yeah. So you're mentioning that you are with Spa Francais, which is putting on these yoga nights. These yoga nights are also run by donation, with the proceeds going to Spa Francais. Maybe for those who don't know, you can walk us through what those donations maybe are going towards and the kind of programming that they support.
Absolutely. So, Spa Francais, we're a provincial nonprofit organization, or I also like to refer to us as a social profit organization because nonprofit kind of sounds a little negative. So I'm borrowing a term that I've heard in a conference at one point. Where someone was like, no, you're actually you're social profit, which I think is a really cool way to look at it. So I like to say that. So we're a provincial organization. We do mostly a lot of sport initiation programs, a lot of recreational programs, and then a few fun events here and there. We actually host a curling bonspiel. Just in April, it was the 51st edition of the Bonspiel de la Francophonie. So that's kind of a long-running event that we're taking care of now. And and then kind of one aspect of what we do, I mentioned some recreational programs.
Sure.
This yoga program kind of falls into that la récré, we like to call it, which is essentially recess. Really with a programming that has the goal of just getting people together to move their bodies. Sure. Doesn't matter if you're new to the sport or to the activity or if you're seasoned. Really, the idea is just to get people together moving.
So recess at the bar. I love this. I love this image. As if there was one more reason to show up to the Patio 340 to participate in this. What maybe you can speak to what people can get out of a yoga session on the patio that maybe they wouldn't get if they were heading to a yoga studio or something like that that's a bit more conventional.
Yeah. Well, I think just like the outdoor setting, in some of the poses, especially at the end where in your Shavasana and kind of just lying there and you staring up at the sky and you're seeing birds and the trees moving and sometimes there's a few clouds coming by. That's something you don't get in a studio. Sure. So, and again, I mentioned kind of, there's the noise and stuff, but if you can kind of get around that and kind of have it just become part of the experience, there's nothing like staring up at the sky and
Right.
just to relax you. And
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you find that for events like this, you get more first-time sort of people looking to try out yoga outside of what could maybe be like an intimidating sort of studio setting, or do you get more of the professionals who are like, yeah, I totally know what I'm doing here, but I'm just looking to change the scene up a little bit?
We get kind of anyone on the scale of experience. We've had a few people that have brought partners along that don't usually do yoga, so come try it out with me or whatever.
Sure.
And like you said, I feel that it's kind of a less maybe intimidating setting than a studio. So no, we kind of get a bit of everyone kind of coming by, and some people come. Our instructor Lisbeth has people that participate in a lot of her yoga sessions, so she kind of brings her group along. And sometimes they've brought on partners or friends that aren't used to doing yoga that are coming to try, and people that are just kind of curious to come try this experience on the patio with us.
So in addition to bringing your partners who have never done yoga before, what other things should people maybe be looking to bring for this first session starting on Thursday night?
Yeah, absolutely. People can, if people have the equipment, yoga mattress, bolsters if they usually use them, blankets, whatnot. If you've got, you can bring it. If not, we do supply yoga mats, and we have a few bolsters and blocks. So, we have equipment for people that might not have any, but if people have some, they're very welcome to bring their own.
Excellent. It occurs to me also that being out, you've described now that sort of natural setting with the white noise of the city sort of fading into the background, that yoga might be especially wonderful to partake in during the summer months, as opposed to this might be the perfect time of year to try it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great time, I think, anytime, but the opportunity to try it out on the patio and outdoors, and I mean, for people also just come ready, maybe bring a sweater in case it gets a little chilly, especially in poses where you're maybe not moving as much. Bring a water bottle. It's a great time to try it, and worst case scenario, you didn't have that great of a time, you can grab yourself something and stay on the patio for some entertainment right after.
That's right.
You can it's a great place to meet up with friends, and we've had people come and meet their friends. Once yoga was done, they'd come join for a drink or join for a bite to eat. So, it goes beyond, just a yoga session. And it's all, you were, talking about having it being a meeting space and all that. So, it kind of ties into that as well.
That first Thursday yoga session will also have a concert immediately following it, like you just mentioned. Wonderful local singer-songwriter Abriel Turan taking the stage on that first night. The first yoga session is this Thursday, June the 12th at 5:30 p.m. There's a suggested donation of $10. All proceeds supporting Sport en Francais and the work that they do here in the city for the social profit of it all. I'm going to take that as well. Chantal Young, so wonderful to have you here in the studio to break this all down for us.